Pests of coconut, black-headed caterpillar. Economic importance, it causes severe damage to mature palms. The outbreaks of pests occurs in dry, hot months. Mark of identification, adult is medium-sized, greyish moth measuring about 10 to 150 mm in length with wing expand of 2 to 25 mm. The full-grown caterpillars is slender, elongated, cylindrical, greyish-brown in color with blackish head. Caterpillars measure about 50 mm in length. The pupae are aerobtect, then light brown or dark brown in color and measures about 6 to 10 mm in length. Host plants, coconut is preferred host. Toddy palm, thalipod palm, palmyra palm, Phoenix corypha, Rosistonia. Life history, eggs 130, tip of older leaves, 5 days, larva, 6 weeks, pupa, pupation inside silken galleries of leaf, 12 days. Life cycle 2 months. Pest is active in hot months from March to May. Damage, the larvae of Opicina is a much harmful coconut pest. It lives in large numbers in the galleries formed of silk and frassy materials on the undersurface of leaflets. It feeds on the leaves by scraping out the green matter. In case of severe attack, leaflets die out and the whole palm looks burnt. This very seriously affects the health of the palm, considerably reduces its polysynthetic activity and adversely affects nut production. Control measures, cut down and burn out the affected leaves to destroy larvae and pupae. Spray insecticides in case of severe and massive attack. Then trunk injection and root feeding with monocrotophos. In root feeding, the tip of the mature root is cut with a sharp knife and then immersed in monocrotophos emulsion. Biological control, Opicina may be parasitized by some other insects like Bracken, Brevicornis, etc. And distributed to farmers and then released to pest affected coconut plantations, usually following the spraying of insecticides. The exotic parasitoid Spogosinacia baesiana could also be employed for biological control. And white grub. Economic importance, the larvae of Phylophaga, known as white grubs, are important soil-living pests in many parts of Central America where there are many causes, though often very localized damage to roots of maize, sorghum and other crops to past. Mode of identification, the adults of many economically important species are very similar in appearance and can be identified with confidence only by reference of the male genitalia. Others are illustrated. There is also an illustrated key to the final instar larvae based on the arrangement of cetal hairs on the venters of their terminal abdominal segments. The true white grub life cycle lasts for 2 to 4 years, termed semi-voltine in the northern plains, where the annual and Japanese beetle white grub produce one generation per year, termed univoltine. Apart from the time it takes for the generation to develop, the biology of the three white grubs are quite similar. Adults emerge from late spring to early summer and fly to nearby trees. The May to June beetles feed on the larvae, leaves of deciduous trees, particularly willow, cottonwood, poplar, oak, and walnut. Leaf cycle, eggs hatching grubs feed and develop through 3 larval instars. First instars feed on organic matter, second instars feed on roots for 4 to 6 weeks, and finally third instar feed on roots for 6 to 7 months. Grubs remain in the soil from March to November, feeding on sugarcane roots. Grubs feed until fall and then burrow deep into the ground to overwinter. In summer, grubs burrow upward to grass roots, resume feeding until late May, and then transform into pupae. Damages, leaves turn yellow, premature nut shedding, flowering delayed, host plants, white grub feed on the roots of corn, Kentucky bluegrass, soybean, strawberry, potato, barley, oat, wheat, turnip, and to a less degree other cultivated crops. They also infest various pasture grasses, lawns, and nursery plantings. Control measures: collect and destroy the adult beetles attracted to trees like neem and acacia on the receipt of monsoon showers. Plant neem twigs with leaves in coconut gardens after rain to attract and kill adult beetles. Set up light trap. Soil application: malathion. Scale insect. Mode of identification: at first glance, many scale insects look like a small circular bump that's part of a plant. Depending on the species, they vary in color from brown to cotton white and measure up to 1 by 4 inch long. Scale nymphs are known as crawlers and are similar in appearance. About the size of a pinhead, they are very mobile as they feed. Mature scale insects rarely move since they settle into a spot. Female scale insects in more advanced families develop from the egg through a first instar stage and a second instar stage before becoming adult. In more primitive families, there is an additional instar stage. Males pass through a first and second instar stage, a pre-pupal and a pupal stage before adulthood, actually a pseudopupa, as only holometabolous insects have a true pupa. The first instar of most species of scale insect emerge from the egg with functional eyes and are informally called crawlers. Scale insects have three distinct life stages: egg, immature, and adult, and they may complete several generations in a single year. Adult female produce eggs beneath scale covering or on a cotton material, and in many cases spend the cold winter months in this stage. Scales feed on plant juices by piercing and sucking plant leaves, stems, and fruits. Adults are visible on plants through they often blend in stem and leaf damage progresses. Plants turn yellow, twigs die back, and whole plants wither and die. And attracting honeydew produced by soft scales often develops black sooty mold. Control measures: to get rid of scale insects, prune and dispose of infected branches, twigs, and leaves. Scales feed on plant juices by piercing and sucking plant leaves, stems, and fruits. Adults are visible on plants, though they are often blended. As stem and leaf damage progresses, plants turn yellow, twigs die back, and whole plants wither and die. And attacking honeydew produced by soft scales often develop black sooty mold. To get rid of scale insects, prune and dispose the infected branches, twigs, and leaves. When scale numbers are low, they may be rubbed or picked off if plants by hand. Then dabbing individual pests with alcohol soaked cotton swab or neem based leaf swine will also work when the infestations are light. Commercially available beneficial insects such as ladybugs and lacewings are natural predators of the young larval or crawler stage. Organic pesticides like insecticidal soap and L-limonene can also be used to kill the larvae. However, these products have very little persistence in the environment, so several applications during egg hatching will be required for effective control. Azamax contains azadirachtin, a key insecticidal ingredient found in neem oil. This concentrated spray is approved for organic use and offers multiple modes of action, making it virtually impossible for pest resistance to develop. Best of all, it's non toxic to honeybees and many other beneficial insects. Horticulture oils and other safe oil based insecticides work by smothering insects and will control all pest stages including adults, which are protected from most other insecticides by their armor coverings. Fast acting botanical insecticides should be used as a last resort. Derived from plants which have insecticidal properties, these natural insect pesticides have fewer harmful side effects than synthetic chemicals and break down more quickly in the environment. Lace wing bug. White with dark patches, wingless, spiny with a flat oval shaped body. Adults white colored with netted venation on skin, light colored bodies with dark colored markings. Complete metamorphosis: mated and fed females lay eggs in groups. White eggs are laid on of 1 by 4th inch slender stacks which keep young larvae from eating each other after they hatch. Larvae grow through 3 stages in stars or for 2 to 3 weeks before each spins a spherical white silicon cocoon. The adult emerge in about 5 days. Life cycle. Pine needle showing positions in which eggs are laid. Egg, larva, pupa. Damaged adults and nymphs feed on the underside of leaves by inserting needle-like mouthparts into leaf tissue. White spots on the upper surface of the leaves. Feeding damage is most noticeable in mid to late summer when populations are at their highest. Heavy feeding can cause severe leaf discoloration and premature leaf drop. Control measure: remove leaflets harboring these insects and destroy them. Spray any one of the following: malathion, dimethoate, methyl dimethoate, phosphimidone, monocrotophos, methonyl neem oil. Predatory insects such as Stetoconus may reduce the infestation if used in a degraded approach. Coconut skipper. Identification of pest. Wait a minute. Earlier we mentioned lace with bug. And next, coconut skipper. Identification of pest. Pale green with reddish markings. Body concealed in a covering of white waxy markings. Butterfly brownish in color. Chocolate brown wing with yellow spots. Life history. Life cycle consists of egg, 2 larval instars and an adult stage, and is completed in 10 to 12 days. The adult butterfly is brownish. 80 mm in wing, expands with brownish wings bearing 6 yellow spots on 4 wings. It lays eggs in regular masses. The incubation period is 7 days. The caterpillar is pale green with reddish markings, but the body is concealed with a covering of white waxy filaments. The larval period is 35 days. It pupates in the leaf tube for a period of about 10 days. Life cycle. Tip of the leaflets are rolled. Damage. Control measures: collect and destroy the immature stages of the insect by conducting study or neem campaign whenever possible, and spray carbaryl. Root feeding with monocrotophos. Interval for 3 times to control leaf caterpillar. Set up light traps to trap and collect adult moths. Pests of pulses: black gram, green gram, lab gram, cowpea, green gram, chickpea. Gram pod borer. Helicoverpa armigera. Attack pulse crops such as red gram, bengal gram, green gram, soybean, pea, etc. Gram pod borer. Identification: moth has a V-shaped speck on light brownish forewing, dark border on hind wings. Life cycle: eggs spherical and creamy white. Larva greenish with dark grey lines laterally on the body. It pupates in an earthen cocoon in the soil. Egg, larvae and pupal period especially are 2, 4, 18, 25 and 60 to 21 days. Egg, larvae, pupa, adult. Green gram border. Larvae feed on leaves and bore into pods. Yield is considerably reduced. Spray application of furfurazone, endosulfan, Bacillus thuringiensis. Testing of endosulfan 4% or carbaryl 10% dust at 25 kg per hour. Crop protection with rest favorable plants like green gram, black gram, etc. Mechanical. Shaking of plants and collection and destruction of disloaded grown up larvae. Pheromone trap, light trap. Bore holes on the pod. Larva feeding the pod. Damaged pod. The plume moth. Attack red gram and lab niger. Damage. Larvae feed on flower buds and seeds of pods by remaining outside. Small holes on seeds. Dropping of flower buds and flowers in severe cases. The plume moth. Life cycle. Lays greenish oval eggs on flower buds or pods singly, larva green or greenish brown with spines. It pupate outside the pod. Adult is delicate moth with plumose brown wings. Controlled shaking, roots and destruction in initial stages. Apitals SPS parasitized larvae, foliar spray of carbaryl or quinalphos. Red gram pod fly, Melanogromyza obtusa. Adult is black fly with strong legs and ovate abdomen. Its eyes are distinct, wings are clear veined, brownish yellow at their bases. Maggot is creamy white in color. Life cycle. Female fly inserts the eggs into tender pods. About 6 eggs may be laid in a pod. Maggots pupate inside the pod itself. Damaged tiny maggots burrow into pods, also feed on young seeds. Damaged seeds are unfit for consumption. Early sowing in endemic areas, removal of affected pods, chemical control as under gram pod borer. Pod borer. Attack red gram, horse gram, lab niger, pea and cowpea. Identification. Small moth has a white streak on greyish brown forewing and pale hindwing. Larva greenish and has 5 black spots on prothorax. It turns pink before pupation. Damaged larva bore into pods, large pods with brown spots or rotten patches. Dropping of flowers and young pods. Then life cycle, it lay eggs singly on tender pods. Larva greenish and has 5 black spots on prothorax. Grown up larvae become pinkish and pupate in an earthen cocoon. Egg, larva and pupal periods are respectively 10 to 17 and 9 to 12 days. Chemical control not usually economical. Experimental plots can be protected by spraying carbaryl. Spotted stem borer. Attack red gram, lab niger, green gram, black and gram. Moth. A white cross band on dark brown forewing, dark border on white hind wings. Larva greenish with brown head, has 2 pairs of dark spots on back of each segment. Greenish are larva pupates in a thick silicon cocoon on pod or leaf fold. Pupa yellow with a greenish body. Damaged larva webs together flowers and feeds on them. It also bows into pods and feeds on seed. Management. Foliar spray from flower bud. Initiation with combination of chlorpyrifos 2.5 ml per liter or quinalphos 2 ml per liter or novalurin 0.75 ml per liter or spinosad 0.75 ml per liter or lambda cyhalothrin. Blue butterflies attack red gram, lab niger and cowpea. Larvae bore into buds and pods and feed on flowers and seeds. Butterfly lay sculptured round eggs singly on unopened eggs. Larva flat, pale greenish or yellowish with a red line. Spot black hairs on the body. Larva pupate in the soil at the base of stem. Attack red gram, lab niger and cowpea. Larva pale green with roughened skin. It pupates on leaf, twig or pod. Adult moth is greyish blue. It feeds on flower buds and seeds. Avoid dense and close planting. Avoid early or late sowing. Regular soil digging causes death of larvae and pupae. Egg parasitoid, trichogramma and carbaryl. Bean aphid. Nymph and adult dark colored with cornicle and in abdomen. Damage both nymph and adult suck sap from tender leaves and shoots. Twisting of leaves, poor pod development. Vector of rosette disease in groundnut and broad bean virus in pea. Control spraying with the tobacco decoction and synthetic insecticide like malathion, dimethoate, methoate, etc. are effective. Peanut colony. Whitefly. Demesia tabasi. Attack red gram, cowpea, and horse gram. Identification adult small, yellow bodied, white wings. Then densely covered with waxy powder. Nymph and pupae are black, round or oval, pupae with marginal bristles. Life cycle egg pear shaped and light yellowish. Full LC lasts between 15 to 40 days. Damage feed on underside of leaves, suck sap, leaf yellowish and molted. Vector of yellow mosaic virus. The range of entomophagous insects, parasites, and fungi can control white flies.